pint as well. Look at that. Look. And this. Cheers. It's a beautiful thing. It's like an angel dancing on your taste buds. Fabulous. So you find me post Queen gig. So we've just done a 245s of Queen hits here in Cambridgeshire. Very good it was too. We had a blast. If you were there at Girton Community Park, I hope you enjoyed it. We had an absolute blast. Yes, we did. I'm going to get a bass out actually, because I'll get people coming on and go, what's the bass you use? I'll show you. That'll be this one. There we are. Beautiful. Ooh. So I get people asking me what bass do I use for Queen shows. This is it. So it's a Mexican standard precision, and I changed a lot of things on it. Ryan Lane, good to see you. Good day to you. Gareth Harrison. We're going to be doing this for a couple of hours, lads, so get a drink. Could be here sometime. So basically, I should take this off the strap, be easier to show you. So yeah, so it's a fairly standard Mexican precision, nothing special. Came with a different scratch plate, different pickup, different hardware, and I changed it so it looks more like a John Deacon affair. So it's like Deacon's, I can't remember if it's a 67, 68 or 69 precision, but anyway, it started life as a Sunburst precision. Then he had it taken back to the natural ash body. It was an ash body, and had it natural for many years, and then he got it done in black by Roger Giffin around about 85, 86 prior to the Magic Tour, and had it done in black, different scratch plate, had a load of gold hardware and a gold Schaller 3D bridge. I've got a Wilkinson bridge on here. Changed the pickup for an Aguilar 4P60, and it does the job, and it sounds great, and it plays great. And I use this for all the Queen shows. Very easy, didn't cost a lot. I think about £530 for the bass. The pickup was free, thanks to my good friend Dave Avenius from Aguilar. Thank you, Dave. You won't be watching, but anyway, I'll say thank you. Hardware came to about, I don't know, about 120 quid. So say 650 all in. And it's more than paid for itself. It's done loads of gigs. It's not plugged in. I'm in a hotel, so that's not going to be happening. So, Tom, hello from Indonesia. Good to see you. You are a little pixelated. It's the mobile internet connection I've got, Gaz. I haven't signed up for the Wi-Fi here. Can I slap her head? Whose head? What are you talking about? Don't be stupid. But anyway, it's more than made. It's her head, your ex. I don't know who she is. Neolithic nuisance. Well, there's a name. I was wondering, have you heard the story of a prisoner who made electric guitar from mobile train sets? A model air, but they said he was one of the smartest and most dangerous. Highly likely. When you're in prison, you're doing gig this early. It is 9:10 on a Friday. Cheers, everyone. Have a great weekend. Beautiful. Where am I from? I'm from London, but I'm in Cambridge in the UK at the moment. Just done a Queen tribute show. 245s of Queen classic hits. My calluses tell the story. Where's the camera? There. Mirza Ariz Issam, when the last time you've been in the church? Ooh. March. I was doing a Queen show then as well. You're working as a sound live engineer in Indonesia. Very good. Good for you, sir. Oh. Strings are a bit sticky. It's very hot. It's 30 odd degrees here. So this has just done the show. Strings are going to be getting changed very shortly. I haven't got another Queen gig until first weekend in August. So I've got a couple of weeks to get this all sorted out. If you've got any questions about bass guitars, bass amps, effects, bass playing, classic albums with bass players on, great bass players, let me know. It's a story that is also available on YouTube, and there was a documentary on it as well from the 80s, I think. Not certain on the date. Also learn to play bass guitar. Very good for you. Your inspiration was Primus, Les Claypool, bass legend. Absolutely. You're going to bite the bullet with the Aguilar AG4 P60. Good for you. I thought you might go for the Damasio, you know. I thought that would be a bit more grunt, but if that's what you want, go for it. I mean, that's what this is. And it's loud. It's a little, sometimes maybe a little polite, whereas the Damasio is a bit more raucous. But try it, see what you think. If you don't like it, you take it out, you sell it, and you get a different pickup. It's all good. Ryan Lane, what's your favourite bass in your... Well, I've got 44. So, but one of them I have with me. If you let me take this off, I might as well get all three basses out. We're obviously going to be doing past the past, aren't we? Protectors on. Here we go. This is one of my favourites. Gaz knows this. It's my Status Empathy. There we go. That's one of my favourites. It's not my favourite. I don't have one favourite, but it's one of my main go-to basses. I'm going to turn this round a bit so I can, without smacking the headstock against the wall. It's out of tune. There's the Fender. Yeah, so there we go. Status graphite, 11-piece laminate body, graphite neck, nice timbers, flame maple top. You might be able to see it, or you might not. Let's see if there's some more light in here. No, that's not it. You want to see the LEDs. That's what we do the LEDs for. There you go. And the bit I get is the ones on the side. There we go. So that's the thing. Here we go. Aguilar is a favourite in Indonesia, I bet. It's great gear. It's great gear. Neolithic Nuisance. I thought it looked like a rock star when I played John the Fisherman and Tommy the Cat by Primus, but ended up looking like a nut apparently. Private schools lead sheltered minds. Just if you enjoy your bass playing, get out there and do it. Get out there and do it. Life's too short. Iron Maiden, Luis Felipe, Largo Neto. Tom Tom Rock, you dirty loops, please try the song. I'm not doing play-alongs because we'll get copyright strikes, and I do this channel to earn a living. I can't afford for the channel to get taken off because of copyright, but thank you for asking. Do I know Bas Baba Sumo? No. Who's that? Ryan Lay. Nice. Yeah. If you want to check out, you were asking what's my favourite bass. If you want to check out my collection, there's a video here on the channel about my bass collection as it was in January 23. Check it out. There's 33 basses on it. 33, 36, 33 I think. Or is it 36? I can't remember. I made it so long ago. This will be the bass I'm using tomorrow. I've got a festival with Uncle Funk playing disco classics in Ipswich, of all places. He's the best bassist in the subcontinent. Okay, I'm not up to date and up to speed on the best bassists in the subcontinent, but I'll take your word for it. Can't say I ever came across him in my travels when I was writing for Bass Guitar Magazine and Bass Player Magazine. But if you say he is, then I'll take your word for it. I can't dispute it because I don't know the bloke. Never heard of him. But there we go. See, I finished my gig too early. I'm still full of playing energy. So what's everyone else up to? Anyone out on gigs? Anyone watching a band? Keep doing anything with that hand, that's just fretting hand. We'll be here for a couple of hours, so makes a change to actually have some time to be able to do this, and I'm not up against getting 101 things done, so I'm going to take my trainers off and get comfy. So let me know if you're out over the weekend. Where are you playing? What are you up to? What bases are you taking? People in the UK, what festivals are you at? Is anyone on here going to be at Venue 16 Festival tomorrow over in Ipswich, or at Buzzstock Festival in Leighton Buzzard on Sunday? Those are my two this week. The next week I'm doing ABBA at Epsom Racecourse on the Epsom Downs, and then Saturday I'm at Cheltenham Sevens Festival over in the West Country. You'll subscribe. See you again. Thank you very much. Bless you. Best thing you can do for me is give the video a thumbs up if you'd be so kind. Thumbs ups are really the most important thing you can do for a video, a channel, and a creator. So if you give the video a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Anyone giving the video a thumbs up, thank you. Whew. As you can see, got my Queen Hot Space t-shirt on. You can do a Queen tribute gig, you tend to wear Queen apparel, just in case people who are working at the venue need to speak to someone to do with the band. It's fairly obvious if I'm wearing that. We had a blast tonight. It was good. I had a really good gig. Enjoyed it. I know we did well because my sweatbands got frosting around the edge. So clearly it was hot and sweaty. And I had to wear my leather jacket for the first set. So it didn't help. Not when it's 30 degrees, but such is life. Such is life. Don't complain. Be grateful that you're out gigging. That's a cool t-shirt, thank you. It's a 1998 Queen Fan Club t-shirt. Can't buy them. Things money can't buy. Although you could go onto Etsy, or there's plenty of pirate companies doing t-shirts with hot space on. Stacey Ann from North Carolina. There she is. Give the video a thumbs up, my dear. Hot space in the house, exactly. It's worn well, this t-shirt, for, well, how old is it? 27 years. I was a younger man when I bought this. Thank you. Why bass? What? Why did I take up bass? Oh, that's a long question. How long you got? It's a long story. We covered it actually on the past couple of Tuesday night live chats that we do here on Brooksy's Bass Corner. I can give you an answer, but it'll take some time. Stuart Mill, good to see you. As a professional bassist, do you still make the odd mistake? Yeah, I did tonight. I made a mistake in You're My Best Friend, and it goes along at a hell of a pace. And the problem we had was monitors weren't quite what we wanted tonight, and the singer, the Freddie, was playing it on piano and he's going off at his own rhythm, and the drummer was playing another rhythm, and I'm trying to glue them both back together so we're all on the same rhythm, and I couldn't do it. And I got to the in the verse, but I went and everyone went, "What did you do?" And my fingers slipped on the string. It's what it should have been, and it was. So I had a little finger slip on the strings, but it was so hot. Hands were sticky. You could feel the temperature was doing something to the strings. So yes, I make mistakes. The best thing though is if you can cover it up. If you play it again, people think, oh, you meant to do it. But obviously on that part, it was blatantly obvious. I fluffed it. No, I actually moved my finger at one point. I went. You learn little tricks sometimes to get you around it. Sometimes if you hit a note, bend it. And especially if you're flat, you've gone too far down, bend it. And if you bend it quick enough, people don't notice it. But yes, the odd mistake. I try not to. I try and eradicate it. I've had. Billy Sheehan says the same thing. You can spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours practicing and warming up before gigs and doing prep and have an absolute stinker of a gig. And another time you can do no prep, no warming up, and it's the best gig ever. And then another time you'll take that approach and it won't be very good. So you go back to doing the prep and the practice. There's no hard and fast rules, but if you're gigging regularly, and especially if you're gigging abroad and you're doing a run of shows, it's quite easy to get into a routine. I used to have that when I was playing in the Middle East a lot, when we're there doing a month of shows, and I would have like my daily prep. So once I've done some exercise late afternoon, had a snooze, had dinner, then it's a little bit of prep, warm up, shower, and while you're showering and washing and making yourself look lovely, vocal practice, harmonies. I used to have a playlist for when I'm away, and that would be my warm-up in my hotel room. So there'd be Eagles on there, there'd be Thunder, some Queen, just a whole load of stuff, some Seal. I'm trying to think, I had loads of tracks. Now I'd have some Young Gun, Silver Fox on there. Just all simple, relatively simple harmony stuff, just to get your head in it, get the voice warmed up, and that would work. And I do that every night for 28 nights, and it worked great. It took me a little while to find that rhythm, but once you get it, it becomes like every day for that period from like 6 p.m. till you finish the gig is Groundhog Day. But I'll just call that. Stacey, contraire, mon frere, why not bass? Yes, well, quite. Is slap bass hard to play? No, doesn't have to be. Some people think it's hard. It's not. Think of it sensibly, slowly, and break it down into and play it slowly, learn it slowly. People are always impressed by the speed, but the speed comes with knowing how to do it. So if you learn how to do it and do it properly, slowly, then you're kind of laughing, you can build the speed up. So fairly easy, not very fast, then you can speed it up. And you want to go really nuts. And start speeding it up. Then speed it up more. So all these things, people get impressed by the speed of it. It doesn't have to be fast. You know, Larry Graham, thank you for letting me be myself again. It's not fast. It's funky as hell. With a drum machine and band, sounds great. Believe me. Patricia Crevier, good to see you. You keep coming on my live streams. You're very welcome. Thank you for your posts as well. Very good. FM said hi. Okay. Is that someone called FM or is that the FM band? I'm sure it's not the FM band. Surely not. I can't believe that. Or is FM Freddie Mercury from the grave? Love your work, Fred. Chris Wolsey, put one back for your man. Chris, what does that mean? Put one back for your man, Chris. I don't know what that means. Talk to me in English. I don't know what that means. Oh, are you talking about the Bev? Absolutely. I've got a nice couple of cans in a cool bag here. Gaz, you said you're going to buy that Aguilar picker. Are you going to fit it yourself? Do you do all your own soldering and stuff? Oh, that's not bad. Yeah. Ooh, that's the fella. FM, I'm Japanese. Welcome. I don't get many Japanese people here on my channel, so you are very welcome. Thank you very much. I can't what you say, but I feel nice bass playing. Okay. I don't think you can put subtitles on a live stream because YouTube hasn't processed it. But if you watch and you stay with me, tomorrow when this is all processed, you'll be able to turn the subtitles on and it'll tell you everything that I'm talking about. So hang in there. It's a friendly channel. I don't accept people coming on here being rude and obnoxious. So I'm just impressed that someone from Japan has come onto my channel. So thank you very much. And I'm wearing my Queen t-shirt for the Japanese people. Absolutely. If there's one country that Queen adored and a country that took Queen to their hearts, it was Japan. So I'm good. Are you going to Ipswich? I am tomorrow. I'm playing at a festival tomorrow in Ipswich. Nesta Zapata, hola. Good to see you, man. How you doing? I'm a big Billy Sheehan and Mr. Big fan, FM. So, you know, there's no country took Mr. Big to their hearts like Japan. Yeah, I'm in wind down mode. Normally I'd still be on my gig. What's the time? Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. I'm on wind down. You're watching for Bangladesh. Very good, thank you. If you enjoy the channel, I mean, this is probably the first time you've ever heard of my channel, but if you like bass and you find stuff that you like here, there's 750 videos. We do a regular Tuesday night live chat at 8 o'clock UK time. If you want to come on there, come and join the community. We have a right old chat. We have some famous people on. We had Lee Sklar on last week. Came and had a chat for 40 minutes. So it's all good. It's all good. So if anyone's out gigging at the weekend, let me know where you're playing. I'm still hoping I might get a gig in for tomorrow night, but I don't have one. But I finished the festival that I'm playing at about 6:30, so I can get another gig in if anyone needs me in London or en route back from Ipswich. Although I don't have a suit, I don't have a shirt and stuff, so I need to be doing a pub gig with the clothes I've got. But it's all good. Rock fan's the new #1 fan here on the channel. Sees everything I do. Well done, sir. Looks like you're in a hotel room. Very good. I am. I'm in Cambridge. Just done my Queen show, Queen t-shirt on, of course, and. Seemed a bit daft to drive all the way back to London to then come all the way back up to Ipswich tomorrow. So to save some money on the old fuel, it made more sense to be staying in a hotel. Because as you know, and we were talking last night on the live chat, I've got 3 gigs this weekend. I'm going to be here for a couple of hours, rock fans. So if you've got a load of questions, fire away. You have my undivided attention. Your talent is needed, is it? That's not what they were saying on stage tonight. Wanted by many promoters. Nah. George Iliadis, good to see you. Just woken up. On your way to work. Oh no, it's Saturday. You got a day off, I assume. Yeah, Stacey Ann saying hello to George. It's out of tune. Yeah. George, yes, day off today. Excellent. Oh. Mirza, can I play Sultans of Swing? I can, but I won't because I don't want to get a copyright strike or claim. Rock fan, what is the kit you took with you today? 2 Fender Precision basses. I've got my Empathy here as well, which is for tomorrow. Oh, that beauty. Do you want to do the LEDs again? I can do the LEDs again. Ready? There we go. That's why we have them. That's for you guys. That's for me. Very good. That's my party trick done. Right, kit. So 2 Fender Precisions, another one in the bag over there. Empathy's with me. I needed backline for tonight, so I had an Aguilar AG700 amplifier, SL212 cabinet, pedal board, which had Boss TU2 tuner, Digitech drop pedal, EBS Octabass, Aguilar filter twin, Boss Dynamic Wah AW3, and the Aguilar Tone Hammer preamp pedal. That's my gear. Tomorrow I don't need the amp or the cab, just pedals, bass, that's it. Nice and simple, nothing complicated. Did I take an amplifier? Yeah, the Aguilar stuff. How many basses? 3. And did I take an amplifier? Yeah. Stacey, oof, Brooksy got the bill on my Mini repairs. Oh dear, 1,400 quid. Bloody hell. Oh well, like you said, you'll be able to keep the car longer now, so. Ooh, strings are dead on this. How long do I play? Or do you play multiple sessions each day? What do you mean, for gigs or just generally? I'll wait for you to answer that before I answer. So do you mean gigs or do you mean just playing generally? Furious, great connection you have there. Are you taking the mickey? Well, it is what it is. I'm on mobile internet, mate. Ryan Lake, been playing bass for 40 years and still have difficulty playing slap. Okay, Ryan, my advice to you, go on YouTube, search for the Slap Bass Program by Alexis Sklarevsky. It used to be a VHS video. People have captured it and put it online. Everything you need to be able to play slap is in that video. Go and watch it. It's about 1 hour and 15 minutes. Everything you need is in that video. Rock fan for gigs. So what was the question? How long do you play? It depends what the band is. Tonight we did 2 45-minute sets. Tomorrow with Uncle Funk we're doing 1 90-minute set. Sunday we're doing 1 90-minute set. Sometimes it's an hour. Sometimes it's 1.5 hours. Sometimes with Uncle Funk we do 2 1 hours. Sometimes with Queen we do 2 1 hours. Just depends what the client wants. Can I play Red Hot Chili Peppers? I can. but I'm not going to because I don't want copyright strikes. But thank you for asking. 100 bonus points for you, sir. Is it considered domestic violence if you slap your bass at home? Absolutely not. I thoroughly encourage it, frankly. All you're doing is battering something you've paid for. Do I have a good agent promoter for this weekend's gigs? So the Queen's, well, the way it is that for years I ran my own covers bands. I was in one for 17 years and we all sort of took turns in running it and getting gigs in. The band after that, there were two of us that kind of got the gigs, dealt with the agencies. Since 2019, I'm not officially full-time a permanent member of any band. I'm literally a gun for hire. I'm totally freelance. So basically gigs now, like today, like tomorrow, like Sunday, I turn up, I play, I get paid, and I go home. That's it. I don't get involved with agents or any organisational stuff. Nothing to do with me. Someone else can take that flack. But the Queen show went through an agent, and the festivals we're on this weekend, no, there's no agencies. We're direct. Nice riffs. Cheers, man. This is wind down time. I finished my gig at 9:15. That doesn't happen very often. So I'm on wind down, talking to my bass chums, having a pint. Got a couple of extra drinks in the bag. It's all good. I don't get this. I don't get Friday nights off that often. I am a freelancer. I did my time of arguing with people and dealing with agencies and dealing with clients, and I don't do it anymore. It's a lot less stress, put it that way. Bill Clements, good to see you. I'm not talking loudly because there are people in the rooms either side. I don't want to wake them up if they're asleep. And I'm on ground floor. I was hoping they'd put me upstairs, but I'm on ground floor. The action on this thing is so raised up because a lot of the Queen stuff I play with a pick. John Garrett, do you have a favourite bass player's influence you're playing, my friend? I could pick loads, but when I started, my story was a tale of two Johns. So John Taylor and John Deacon from Queen and Duran Duran, Mark King, Billy Sheehan, Marcus Miller, Bernard Edwards. And then I can just rattle off hundreds of bass players, but the five that probably have made me the bass player I am: John Deacon, John Taylor, Mark King, Billy Sheehan, Bernard Edwards. It's probably a tie between Bernard Edwards and Marcus Miller. JGLYPT, whatever that is. Hey, I get that it's late for you. That's okay. I'm going for a couple of hours, mate. But it's my friend Alex Risebrow's birthday tomorrow, and I'm surprising him. Mind saying or singing it? What do you mean, happy birthday? Absolutely not. I'll get a copyright strike. But thank you for asking. Robert Fripp. No, Robert Fripp's not a bass player. He's a guitar player. I'm not a big fan of Robert Fripp. I've never been a big fan of King Crimson, but I do like prog. I like plenty of prog. But no, well, if you like Robert Fripp, I played with Toyah. Only once. I did one gig for Toyah back in 1997. Played for her at the Roadhouse in Covent Garden when she used to do a regular once a month gig. at the Roadhouse. So I've sat in their house in Acton and drunk coffee and played through their set as it was at the time. Stacey, no, not Strongbow, got Magnus. It is crisp apple, yeah. John Gare, oh gotcha, my buddy that played bass. Your buddy that played bass loved King Crimson. John, are you, so basically when I played with Toyah, I was depping for Bob Skeet, who's now the bass player with Wishbone Ash. He was her bass player for a good 10 years or so, I think. Ryan Lane, John Taylor was my inspiration to start playing bass. Well done, Ryan Lane. You've just gone up in my estimations. Duran Duran is my favourite band since '82. There you go. There's my interview with John Taylor is on the channel if you want to check it out. "10 years ago, actually. I think it's the 15th of July. It will be 10 years since I interviewed him. Couldn't tell you where 10 years has gone. It's crazy. I bet if you asked him, he'd go, I couldn't tell you where 10 years ago. Crazy that they've only had that 2 albums out since. 3, if you count Dance Macabre. Ooh. Yeah, very much in need of a new set of strings on this. They've been on here since November 23. Done nearly 2 years. I've done probably about 40 gigs. David C. Lavari. But do you do requests? I don't, my friend, I'm afraid, because I can't risk getting a copyright strike. Brian Lane, you've interviewed John Taylor. Yeah. If you go onto the front page of the channel, every video on this channel is broken down into playlists. If you find the interviews playlist, you'll find my interview with John Taylor. Tell him, Stacey. Someone go on the channel and dig up a link. If I come off the page, I can't guarantee I get back straight into the live stream. So someone will go onto the channel and put a link up for the video. That'd be fab. You do need to find that. It's a good 40-minute chat as well. Someone sent me a video. It's being held for review. Play some. Primo Parcel. I can't. I can play Aussie, of course, but I'm not going to because I don't want copyright strikes. Personal favourite of mine has been Jack Bruce. Well, I also interviewed him 2013. That interview isn't up on the channel yet. It will be. I've just got to get around to editing it. David, I understand. Thank you. This is a channel. I make money on this channel. I can't afford copyright claims and copyright strikes. Still here, don't know my message. So from 2004 till 2022, I was one of the main writers of Bass Guitar magazine, and from 2018 to 22, I was one of the main writers for Bass Player magazine. So that's how I've done all these interviews. So a lot of the famous bass players I've interviewed, and I know. And if I could show you my WhatsApp list, you'd see all the famous bass players that I communicate with. Which is how we had Lee Sklar on our regular Tuesday night live chat. Not this Tuesday, Tuesday before. And it's here on the channel if you want to see it. You'll look for that. Thank you for mentioning. That's all right. That's what we're here for. Bass resources. I'm a good steward of my resources, as Stacey will tell you. Rock fan, could you list 1 or 2 bands that you would join if they lost their current bass player? Yeah, Queen. And I know Neil Fairclough, who plays with Queen. And I've actually said to him, if you ever are on gigs in the UK and something drastic happens, it means you can't do the gig doesn't need to be cancelled. I would come and do it for you, and I'd know it all back to front. So don't ever worry that if that happened, what the hell would they do? The gig would go on, and I'll be there. Don't worry about that. I used to want to be in Toto. I would have loved to have been in Toto. I'd like to have been in Duran Duran at their heyday, back in the first half of the 80s. That would have been a scream. I was built for that. The Barnet's gone a bit now. I couldn't do it now, but back then I'd have been well up for that. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Any bands? Well, I tell you what. I'll join any band that's got a huge bank balance for their bass player. I'll do that. I'll join the Police. I'll be Sting. I'll do bass and he can sing. John Paul Jones. Yeah, John Paul Jones is a legend, but I was never into Led Zeppelin, sadly. Magwai, hello to you and everyone on the other side. The colourful monitors. Have a great start to your day and a wonderful mood. He's a happy soul, isn't he? Well done, you. The Class Kent, NIB greetings from Sweden. Good to see you. Welcome. I've done a gig tonight. I finished early, so I'm in a hotel room. This is a bit of a wind down. About that. Other gigs this weekend, inside or outside? Outside. Although tonight was inside a marquee, but it was outside. But tomorrow's festival is the Venue 16 Festival in Ipswich. We played there last year, had an absolute blast. Sunday's Buzzstock in Leighton Buzzard. We've never played that, so that will be a voyage of discovery for us. But it should be good fun. How's the security at these gigs? Pretty good, as far as I'm aware. I don't know. I don't get involved in all that kind of thing. I just turn up. As I said, turn up, I play, I go. That's it. The simple life. I've had my days of nightmares and confusion and harassment. Now I just turn up, play, go. If you wanted to ever do pinched harmonics, I never get asked about this, but it's a great little tool to have. Billy Sheehan I got it from, but Jaco Pastorius did it, all sorts of people do it. There's different ways of playing pinched harmonics, but the way I do it is fret the note, and then all I use are those two fingers. So I put my thumb on the string, and then I pluck. But the secret is taking your thumb off the string as you pluck it, which is how you get the pinched harmonic. And you do it right, it can really scream through an amp, especially if you bend it. And it sounds different the whole way along the length of the string. So if you play with distortion through a tube amp and you start doing this, it sends the sound man scatty because he can't work it out and he doesn't know how to mix it. Billy Sheehan always said it was the point in the mix where the bass crossed over with the guitar. I like it. I employ it all the time. Yeah, there we go. Just check I'm getting all the messages. All good. Yeah, looks like it. Very good. That's what we aim. So if you've got any questions about bass guitars, bass amps, bass effects, gigging, famous bass players, albums with great bass playing on. You want to ask anything about anything you see on the channel? Got any problems with your bass playing? Any problems with your gear? Fire away. You got me for a couple of hours, so I'm in no rush to go to bed. I'm out of here at midday tomorrow, so I've got plenty of time to sleep. I've got beer to drink, cider to drink. I don't get nights off, so I'll make the most of it. You know this isn't a bass question. Okay, did you bring the beer with you? No, this one I bought at the bar in there. And then in my little food bag that's covering me for a couple of days, I've got a little chill bag in there. And I bought some cans of cider with me. And the gig I was just at, we had a free bar. I said to them, you got any lager in cans? Because they had loads of tap stuff, draft. They said, no, we got some cans here. I said, can I have a couple of them? I'll stay in the hotel around the corner. I'd love a little drink when I get back to my room. So that's that. There isn't there's a bar in the hotel, so it's all good. Cover the camera with your left hand. Why? That's an odd request. I'm not going to do that. Don't be daft. If you've got any bass playing questions, I'll deal with them. What gauge strings am I currently using? Depends on the bass. So I say this on the regular live chat. For years, I just used 40/100s on every bass. Not anymore. So if I'm playing a bass that's a 2/2 headstock arrangement, let me get the empathy. Oh, damn, the old arms aren't what they used to be. So I've got 2/2, 2, 2. I use 40/100s. So Status, Lembic, GBs, Spectres, any brand that's a 2/2 or a 3/2, I'll use 40/100s. Anything that's 4 in a row, like a Fender or a Stingray, so 3 in a row with 1 or 4, I use 45/105s. And I don't stick to one brand across all my strings, even though I'm a Rotosound endorsee. Some basses sound better without Rotosounds on there. So I have the luxury of being able to use whatever I want, but generally I'll use Rotosounds. This has got piccatos on it, but when these come off, they'll be having Rotosounds back on. But that's it. I have bought a shed load of lighter gauge strings for a bit of a Frimic. I need to get my slap stuff back up to speed. And I bought a load of light gauge strings on the cheap to stick on a couple of basses, which I will endeavour to start playing a load of stuff on. Ghost Recon, good to see you. You want to learn bass? Okay, what do you want to know? If you don't already play, I can get you to a standard that you'll be out gigging within a month. So what do you want to do? Do you want to play, or is it just a flight of fancy? If it's definitely something you want to do and you've got the enthusiasm to do it, I can get you out gigging in a month. Simple. Ask away. You have my undivided attention for 2 hours or so. What do you want to know? Okay, do you have a bass already? What have you got? What have you got? And what do you want to achieve? Do you want to play for a living? Do you want to do it as a hobby? You're a legend. Oh, I'll try. Has been said before. Rock fan, what kind of bass did Jack Bruce use during Cream's last reunion? He was using his Warwick thumb, fretless. Wasn't in 2007, it was 2005. I interviewed Jack at his home, so all those basses were on the wall. He had Fender Precision number 11 sat out on his sofa, and I played it. I've got photos of it. And he was a lovely guy, I have to say. I was warned he could be cantankerous and a bit effusive, but he was fine with me. He was good. Not with me right now, sire. What? I don't know. Talking English. Compose your sentences. I don't know what you mean. Rock Hall. And they did a couple of dates at Madison Square Garden. Apparently, I remember Jack saying, actually in the interview, that he didn't think Ginger Baker had his playing together when they did Madison Square Garden. Dear Outdoors, whip a tune out. I've been playing tunes all night, and I'm not going to get a copyright strike. Not for nobody. Checking in some guy. Hoyt, good to see you. Ghost Recon, I mean, I don't have a bass guitar. That's okay, but what do you have your own bass, or have you not got a bass? Your image is a little fuzzy. It is what it is. I'm on mobile internet. It comes and goes, apparently. Bonus points if someone could tell me what that was. Rock fan, what kind of bass did Chris Squire usually play with? Yes, his Rickenbacker. Of course. It was a bit of a one-off, that bass. He sanded the neck down. He had all sorts of wallpaper on it and stuff, and he sanded the finish down. Sounded amazing. Rock fan. I interviewed Chris Squire. That interview is here on the channel. You can listen to that. I had him for about 40 minutes and I caught him. I was the first interview of the day when he was doing the press and promo for Heaven and Earth in 2014. I got the first interview that day. He was a little cold to start with. He was not up for talking. A couple of glasses of white wine and a bit of Brooksy banter, and he was fine. He knew I knew what I was talking about. So he was all good. Some guy cleared up. It's the mobile internet connection. This is what it is. Ghost, you're trying to get one. Okay, well, let's start from the bottom, shall we? So what are your influences? What sort of music do you like? Who are the bass players you would like to play like? Whose bass lines get you motivated? Some guy, I tried the vertical stream last night and got a few nibbles. There you go. Excellent. Good on you. Well done. Right, I've had a brain injury since 91. Okay, right side of my body was paralyzed. Okay, paralysis is gone now, but still have weakness on the right side. This makes learning to play slap difficult. Okay, I'm left-handed but play right-handed. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, instead of slapping with your thumb, try tapping with your fingers. The left hand can still do what it would do slapping, but all you're doing is replacing that with that. It can be, take your pick. I normally like with my middle finger because it's a thicker finger, it's heavier, it bounces a bit better. All you're doing is replacing that with that. Doesn't make. You could do a John Entwistle and use both fingers. I'm just doing that with my little finger. There's ways and means. You can find, there's so many videos of people with hand injuries and stuff, and they find way. Speak to Bill. Bill, where have you gone? Talk to this man. Bill's missing a limb, and he still plays one-handed very well, I might add. So have a chat with Bill. You're left-handed but play right-handed. That's okay. You like John Myung. Okay. Dream Theatre. Okay. Something good to aspire to, but you kind of got to get the basics right. You can't just jump in and do the sort of stuff that John Myung does, but you've got to get the basics. So I suggest starting out, have a listen to some Motown, get some of those bass lines under your fingers, get the groove thing, understand what a bass generally does. It's the glue that binds the band all together. Okay. Get some of those, get some Stevie Wonder, some Motown, some Beatles, some classic rock stuff, understand how that all pieces together, and then maybe progress onto some prog, like some Yes, some Rush, that kind of thing, and then you can start dipping your toes into the Dream Theatre stuff. You'll get there. It's just how much do you want it. Yeah. So have you got the time to practice? Have you got time to concentrate on doing it? Do you want to do it for a living, or is it just a hobby? But it's total, the ball is in your court. If you want to be a player like John Myung, you can do that. You've just got to get the building blocks and process it. Thank you for the advice. I'll try that. That's okay. There used to be a thing about 25 years ago. There was a device that was built around trying to make slappers faster, and it was I can't remember what it was called. I'll have to dig it out for a future live chat. And it was a thing, and you basically, I think you strapped it onto your finger, and it meant you could do like double taps really quick. So it'd be like ent whistle, but without having to do all that. So you literally tap once, and then this contraption would tap again. So you'd be like, so you could do it really quick. Can be done. Can I do Freebird, Matty? Yes, I can, but I'm not going to because I don't want a copyright strike. You're going way more talking than playing. That's okay because it's my channel. I can do what I like. I make the rules. That's really motivating. Teeth here. Oh, that's really motivating. Thank you. Pleasure. That's what I'm here for. Do you even play? You're taking the piss, aren't you? Matt, you don't even know me. Mate, I've been doing this professionally for 30 years. I've been a bass player for 38. I've spoken to more famous bass players than you've had up dinners, so don't come onto my channel, start questioning if I can play. Thank you very much. I've done 4,500 gigs. How many have you done? Ryan, you love the Motown sound. Ever you get stuck as a bass player, dig back into the Motown catalogue. There's plenty of stuff there to motivate you. Plenty of stuff to learn. Jameson was a Bible, a bass playing Bible. And very often I hit a plateau or I hit a brick wall, just go back into the Motown back catalogue. There's plenty there. Plenty there. And you forget how tricky some of those lines are. He was a jazz player playing soul, and he just infused that material with great stuff. You're a vocalist going on tour with Youngblood. Okay, well, hang on. You're a vocalist going on. Why isn't he singing? Or are you backing vocalist? I'm not playing. I'm not plugged in. And I don't play tunes because I don't want a copyright strike. Spooky asking me for Stairway to Heaven. I would, but I'm not going to get a copyright strike. Sorry. You did say hi. Good to see you. Stand By Me. Mate, I'm not going to play tunes because I'm not going to get a copyright strike. And the problem is we don't know in advance which songs will give us a copyright strike and which ones won't. You're an opening act with my band. Well, very good. Enjoy. Hope you have a good tour. But you came on my channel, my live chat, and started spouting, so that's the way it is. I don't think this dude knows how to play. That's fine. We'll just kick you off. Bye. And like that, he disappeared. That's the joy of it. It's my channel. You can come on here and be abusive and a dick all you like. And now he'll be typing away frantically. and no one's going to see anything he posts. That went down a little too easily. No room for negativity, quite. It's my channel. I call the shots. You don't like it? Get out the door. Just going to get another bev. What is my favourite form of music? I like a lot of different stuff. I'm not a jazz fan, but I do like Weather Report, Stanley Clarke, Marcus Miller, Miles Davis. I like certain bits of jazz, and I'm not a metal head, but then I like Living Colour and all sorts of other stuff. So I like what I like. I know what I like. If I hear it and I like it, we're good. Rock fan, if people don't respect you, you're completely correct. It's your channel. It is. It's my channel. I call the shots. You don't like it, piss off. Do I have any CDs? No, I don't do any original stuff. I haven't done the original stuff for a long time. Long time. I do covers. I've paid my mortgage off, and that's why I had to make a decision around about 2000, 2001. Was I going to do covers or was I going to do originals? And I had just taken on a mortgage with my partner, just bought a house, had to pay bills, had to make a living. So I went down the covers route, and I'm very happy I did because my mortgage is paid off. I have no worries. How to develop a sense of groove? Goodness, good question. Very good question. So again, I'll point you straight back to Motown. It's all there. It's all there. Chic songs. Listen to Bernard Edwards. Listen to the 12-inch mixes of all the Chic hits because they go on for like 8 to 12 minutes. You can sit in that groove and play it over and over and over again. And you have to listen because Bernard Edwards puts in little nuances each time around, and you don't pick up on it until you start listening properly. Perfect music to learn how to groove. James Brown, entire back catalogue, Sly and the Family Stone, all that stuff is there. So you want to learn how to do. We've had this question before on the live chats, how to do backing vocals and harmonies. Buy the Eagles back catalogue. It's all there, especially if you're a guy, you want to learn how to do backing vocals and harmonies. Buy the Eagles back catalogue. There's 5 or 6, 7 albums. It's all there. It's all there. There's nothing else you need. It's there. Once you learn how to sing harmonies, the thing that the Eagles did was they created a way of doing vocal harmonies between them. Bear in mind they were a 4-piece when they started, then it became a 5 and a 6, that they could replicate the harmonies they did on record. They could replicate them live. There was no excuses, no backing tapes. Oh, we don't have enough singers to do it. They could do it. That's the difference. So you want to, as a guy, you want to learn how to do backing vocals and harmonies, listen to the Eagles. It's all there. There's nothing you can't hear. You can hear if there's a vocal line and it's going like, and it's like it's a path. The harmony will do exactly the same movements, just higher up or lower down. That's how it works. It's all good. But developing a sense of groove, it takes time. It's not something you can rush. It's practice. You got to put in the hard graft. It's not something you can buy. You don't acquire it through osmosis. You can't just touch a record and, oh, I can play groove. No. It's practice, playing along. James Brown, great back catalogue to get because a lot of those songs are 10-minute jams. And for bass, you aren't moving. You're just playing. Reggae as well. Give you a great sense of groove. All this stuff. Let's have a think here. Dominique, hello. What amp do you recommend for reggaeton or trap? I don't know what that is, so fill me in, educate me. What's reggaeton or trap? I don't know what that is. Let him get another pint. I literally, I'm there, right? And like that, I'm back. Chic. As a bass player, it's all there. I grew up on that stuff. I wasn't a bass player as a kid, and my mum used to have the radio on constantly during the days of disco. So I grew up listening to Earth, Wind and Fire, Chic, the Bee Gees, all the disco hits. It's in me. If you cut me open, you're going to find disco in there somewhere. So the band I now play with tomorrow, Sunday, it's a joy. It's an absolute joy. It's a bass playing joy. I can't tell you. It's so much fun. We have the best time, and the shows are fab, and the music is off the chart. What could I not like? Oh, didn't pull that one very well, did I? It's late. Come on. Not one of my finest, sadly. Anytime today's good. One day. Come on. That's just a head full of froth. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Happy weekend, everyone. Hope you have a great time. Be safe out there. Beautiful. The cool bag kept it cold. Excellent. Chic, Ariana Grande, learn harmony with a loop machine. There you go. Bela Lugosi and Franklin Pierce rock. Apparently so. Any truth to the rumor Led Zeppelin will reunite with a tour this year? Yeah, I'm sure that's. I'd put your mortgage on that if I were you. Good luck with that. That's not going to happen. Some guy, Plant and Krause have been collaborating. Ryan, great disco and Motown are great for bass players. Why would I not like it? You know, I'll happily play some disco. You want some disco? That's no problem. I'll just play in a different key. Sneak in some Aussie for us. No. What time is your gig tomorrow? Good question. Sound checks at 4:30. We're on at 10 to 5. Finish at 20 past 6. I'm out of the hotel at midday. Go and get some lunch. And then I'll pootle over to Ipswich and hang out until it's time for us to play. Last year when we did that gig in Ipswich, Incognito were on the bill. Brand New Heavies were on the bill. Who else? Soul to Soul, I think, were on the bill. And there was one more big name. I can't remember off the top of my head who it was. But anyway, they loved us, so they booked us again. Bela Lugosi, Plant, Page, Jones and Bonham. Quite. So I've got a t-shirt that says Mercury, May, Deacon and Taylor. But there we are. Plenty of time to sleep in. Oh, I'll be sleeping in. Don't worry about that. I'll get my Zeds in. No worries. But we finished early tonight. Finished at 9:15. Don't get that on a Friday very often. Right, disco requests. What we got? Do you want a bit of Earth, Wind and Fire? Oh, uh, better to make a mistake now, not tomorrow. Anyway, that's all very good. Rabbity Rab Rab, any thoughts on how best to use bacon to cause maximum offence to Muslims? Well, if you stick a kite in the oven and put the washing machine on the 25, you might wash your pajamas in blue. You know, that's what I'm talking about. One step on from that is talking about status quo. You know, are you au fait with the song Mean Girl? I don't know. Stacey is now probably in a puddle on the floor after Tuesday. Mean. She was a big girl. I met at a gig girl. Mean girl. I've never had one as heavy as that one. Mean girl. Of course. Mean girl. Diddly. Mean girl. Anyway, and it goes on, you see. You want to talk gibberish, I can do some Stanley Unwin for you. That's no problem. Ryan Lane, a bit of Stevie if you may. Yeah, sure. Let's have a think. Trying to think. There's obvious ones, isn't there? I like that string bend. You can't always do that if you do it in E. It's a bit hard to do it on an F sharp. Hurt your finger. All very good. Can't be a bit of Stevie Wonder. Bella Lugosi, how about Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, Julian Lennon, Danny Harrison? Who's Danny Harrison? Reuniting a one-off gig for charity. I don't know where this is going, but you keep going for it, sir. Dear Sausage, I quite like that. Life, it's like a wiener. It gets hard at times, but won't be hard forever, guys. Very good. I like your style. Rock fan, how much time would you need to come up to speed to play just one jazz gig for a band you've never played with before? I don't know. I've never put myself in that position. I've always kept well away from jazz because A, I'm not a big fan of it, and two, it doesn't really float my boat. If you don't already play jazz, you can take the gig, but you're going to be bluffing and winging, and it will be very obvious. So you need to put in some homework. So if you've got some jazz gigs coming up, start practicing. There's a lot of theory to know. I think you kind of got to do a good month's worth. I don't think you can blag it. But it depends what the songs are. If they're standards, you might be okay. But if things are a little complicated, if you're playing, sort of put in the hard graft. Everyone wants everything on the easy. It's not as simple as that. You got to put in the work. But if you do a good job and you're depping and you put in the homework, chances are you're going to get a load of work out of it further down the line. God, I've made a career of that. So you play mainly light rock? No, I'd play all sorts of stuff. I play all sorts of stuff. I played in covers bands for many years. I do tribute gigs. I've done original gigs. I played for Bonnie Tyler, played for Toya Wilcox, played with Don Airey from Deep Purple. Done all sorts of stuff. Been all over the world. These fingers can tell stories. Don't worry about that. I do soul stuff, I do funk stuff, do pop stuff, disco, all sorts. Whatever pays the bills. I'm in a position now where I'm not in a band where I have to do gigs because a band leader or someone tells me I've got to do it. I pick and choose what I do. So if someone offers me a gig and I don't want to do it, just say, no, sorry, not for me. I never used to be in that position. I had to do, if I was in a band, you got to do the gigs. You're in for a penny, in for a pound. I'm not in any bands now. So I have first refusal on the gigs with Uncle Funk. I have first refusal on the gigs with the Queen. With the Queen tribute, bless me. So, and I like it that way. And if someone offers me a gig and says, oh, we're playing in Scotland and it's this much money, and I think, I don't want to do that. I don't think that's enough money for what we're going to do. Then I can turn around and go, sorry, not for me. And that's the end of the conversation. I don't have to do anything anymore. I used to. You had to toe the band line when you're in a band full time and everyone's in, we're in it, got to make it work. You do every gig, even if you don't want to do it or you don't want to be there. But I'm not in that position anymore. I get to pick and choose and I love it. B Media, bruv, how you doing? I'm good. Keep well. I don't know who that is. Who's B Media? Wanting Major Beef. God bless you on this fine Friday evening. Well done, you. Jake Robinson, Seinfeld bass intro. No, I'm going to get a copyright strike. I'm not willing to do that. Carl Tucci, I like solo jazz piano. Very good. Cool. Rock fan, how is the weather this weekend? Hot, furnace-like, 32 plus, 32, 33, 34. I've got sunblock in my costume bag for tomorrow and Sunday because I know it's going to be hot, hot, hot. Ha, ha, ha. That's how hot it is. All of that. That's how hot it is. Play one bass. Well, just did that. There you go. Velom Jiri. Tell me about harmonic minor modes and ultra Locrian. No, don't do theory. Self-taught. I don't do theory. You can shove theory. It's of no use to me. I'm 53. I've done 30 years. I don't know theory. So Anastasia Metallica. No, we don't do play along. Sorry, guys. Can't risk copyright strikes. There will be other guys probably live tonight who will do that for you. So check them out. Ryan asking Rock fan, there are so many varieties of music out there. Why limit yourself to just one form of music? I like lots of stuff, but I know what I like. If I don't like something, and sometimes it could just be the vocalist. Sometimes there's a vocalist's voice. I just don't like the voice. Not for me. It might be a great band, but I just don't like the vocalist. Mirza, tell me something about distortion. What would you like to know? What, bass distortion? Guitar distortion? Bass distortion, I'll wax lyrical about it. Velom Jerry, I'm good, thank you. I try. Rock fan, right, I don't, that's why I have approximately 3,000 albums, yeah, similar in my collection, likewise. Jake Robinson, can you play a bass line that you wrote? I could, but since you don't do playlists, cool, I can't remember some things I've done. We're going back to early, a long time ago. I can't think straight off the top of my head. It's Friday night. Don't throw something like that at me. And it wouldn't make any sense without the rest of the track, to be honest. That's right, you can ask it. You got me for a couple of hours, so you can ask all the things you like. Oh, yes. Uh, I was thinking of a different Paul Simon thing there. Anyway, can I play Drain You? I probably could, but I'm not going to. What is your opinion on fretless bass? Love it. It's going to be a fretless bass series here on the channel very soon. I've got 10 episodes scripted out. I just haven't filmed them yet. It's going to be happening. The Fretless Odyssey. Keep your eyes peeled, rock fan. It's coming your way. Hit the like button. Listen to the man. Best thing you can do for me, the channel, this live chat, all videos on the channel, please give us a thumbs up. It makes a big, big difference. I won't ask you to hit the subscribe button, although you're free to do so if you wish, because you'll get notifications when I post up new videos and comments on the community tab. But thumbs ups are the big thing. Thumbs ups and comments and shares. Subscribe buttons I'm not bothered about. It's a vanity metric. It's irrelevant. But thumbs ups, it's the currency of YouTube. Please do. When did I start playing? 1987. I'm not spectacular, but I have made a very nice career of it. Am I a fan of Jacko? Yes, I am. I'm not anal about it. I've interviewed his son. I've interviewed Felix Pistorius. Interviews on the channel. You can have a listen to it. He's a lovely guy. Really lovely. A big fan of Jacko. Don't play like him. I don't want to be Jacko. I'm not that way inclined. I'm a bit too old to want to be other people now. I've got all my influences. It comes out in the way I play. That's the way it is. My days of standing in front of mirrors pretending to be someone, long over. But yes, very big fan of Jacko. I love, I interviewed Alfonso Johnson as well. And I love Black Market. It's my favourite Weather Report album. Love Black Market. That's the album I used to put on when I was writing stuff for the magazine. If I was doing gear reviews or interviews or features, put that album on just on rotation. And it just makes me write. Still the same now. If I've got stuff to write for a magazine or some sort of website or whatever, stick Black Market on. I can write for hours. Mirza, I saw many thrash metal bassists use distortion. Okay, is it add more aggressive or raw qualities to the sound? Yeah, it's a power thing, it's a distortion, it's a grindy thing. It also changes the harmonic resonance of the notes you play. So you kind of get more character. There's more grit in the sound. You can make things sustain. I can play a pinched harmonic and it will just sustain for ages if you've got distortion on. If I do that and bend it with a distortion pedal on, it's great. And you can use bass distortion to your advantage. It can create sort of resonance effects that make you stand out in a mix. Anyway, I'm just frimmicking. It's wind down time. Tommy Lee, Plea Looking R. How do I respond to that? I've got no idea. What is this? What is this? Is this gibberish? Again, Stacey will enjoy that one. From the other night's live chat. What is this? I had some guy come on and he'd obviously joined the live chat because it's a vertical stream, so it's probably in the shorts feed, and he came onto the channel. We're talking bass guitars, three of us there, nattering away about basses, and he came on, he said, what is this? And what I should have said was, who are you? But I didn't. I said, well, it's a strip show. Clearly, can't you see that? You know, you come on here for cookery, because if you have wrong week, cookery's next week. And he disappeared after one message, but there we are. Happy days. It's all good. All good in the hood. Oh, I haven't played School Days in a while. Rock fan, I like your slapping style on your bass guitar. Thank you very much. Ooh. I need to get a metronome up. My slapping used to be great. I just don't use it. So my slap technique has gone straight down the pan. I will get back into it at some point. NM68, hello. What do you think of John Entwistle's playing? Legendary. Love John Entwistle. Big time. Loved his alembic tone. His alembic tone at Live Aid, we're talking, it's the 40th anniversary of Live Aid this weekend. Anyone in the UK, it's going to be on BBC Two tomorrow. They're running 7 hours with all the between band stuff cut out. So it's literally all the performances. John Entwistle's alembic tone at Live Aid. Oh my God. That was the first time I knowingly heard an alembic, and it lodged in my brain 2.5 years before I became a bass player. That sound, especially on Won't Get Fooled Again, off the charts. It's amazing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go on YouTube. You're on YouTube. Have a look for The Who playing Won't Get Fooled Again live. Oh my God. Rock fan, do you think bass guitar strings have improved since '87? Yes. Or do you think the quality has gone down? No, they've got better. They've got better. Rote sounds are better than they ever have been. Love rote sounds now. Technology's moved on. There's better practice. The way strings are stored in the packs now, like rote sound use foil packs that are sealed. So for a period in the 2000s up until about 2013, 2014, the company that was providing paper packaging to the string manufacturers used to have wax in the paper, which stopped corrosion from humidity and water in the air and what have you. And they stopped putting wax in the wallets and didn't tell the string companies. And then loads of string companies started getting return sets and distributors complaining about customer grievances that the strings were going rusty. And it took them all to get together and research what was in those paper wallets. They'd taken the wax out. So rote sound like, we're doing away with paper wallets. They're going in foil, shrink wrapped packaging. I've not had a bad rote sound string in 10 years. So what does that tell you? Exactly, Mirza. What is this? Who are these people? I'm waiting. Hopefully he'll come on Tuesday's live chat again, and I might even get a t-shirt made up for the merchandise that I do here on the channel. Who are you? What is this? Correct. What is this? I ask myself that every day. Bless him. He meant well. He disappeared very quickly. NM68, me too. His work on quadrophenia is amazing. The world is a worse place for not having John Entwistle in it, frankly. Oh, I can see some messages on my phone. Hold on. What's this? Very good. Band are all home. Excellent. That's all good. Yeah, beautiful. Little trick, little bass tip for the weekend, because I'm all about giving, right? We all know how to play harmonics, of course. But do you know how to bend a harmonic? Now, you can do it elsewhere, but if you want to do it and look really cool on your gig, play a harmonic and then put your finger on the string and bend it up, right? How about that? Freak your bandmates out, I tell you. Especially if you use distortion. It's ringing, it's like, woo. I'm all for it. What is this? Correct. Cedar Koskin. Hello. Yesterday, the Beatles, please. Sorry, we don't do requests because I can't afford to get a copyright strike. I'm sorry. But if you want to talk bass, speak to me. Got any questions? Let me know. Ryan. Cheers, Brooksy, into the chat. Anytime. That's what I'm here for. Of course. Ah, headphones are there. Very good. Here's a little thing. I've never divulged this. But if you follow me on Facebook, you'll know. And in fact, I might catch Stacey Ann out here. So, trying to think now, 2016. I got up on stage with Phil X, who plays with Bon Jovi. And I also in that band was Stevie Salas. There are photos on my live chat, on my Facebook feed. I was at the Warwick base camp, and those two were selling the wares of the famous 6-string signature models that they'd had made for them. and it's a bass week of bass players, and you can get up and play with the house band and what have you. And I was there with Bass Guitar Magazine. The weird thing was, I was talking to Neil Murray the day I got there, and we were just walking along, and Phil X came all the way over the car park. He obviously knew I was talking to Neil, and he knew Neil, but he didn't know who I was. And he went, "Hey man, who are you? What is this? Who are you? Who are you?" And I said, "I'm Mike Brooks from Bass Guitar Magazine." He went, "Man, I like your vibe." Shook my hand. He said, "We've got to play." I said, "Yeah, okay, we'll play tonight, shall we?" And we got up and we did play that funky music. And I think we did Highway to Hell as well. And it was rocking. And Stevie Salas afterwards went, "You're all right." I was like, "Yeah, I know I'm all right." I don't need to ask. So, yeah. So I've had the privilege and honour of getting up on stage with Phil X, which was a blast. Eagles Hotel California. I haven't played Hotel California in a while. Oh no, it's in B, isn't it? It's been a while. I haven't played it in ages. I used to do it every bloody night with my covers band. I can't remember. And I'm certainly not going to play Hotel California because I'm going to get a copyright strike. You've got to be joking. Zappa, Alex Riseborough, still waiting for you to play Happy Birthday. Well, that's not going to be happening. I looked it up and you can't get a copyright strike because it's in the public domain. Do you know what? I'm not even going to take the chance. But good try. Well done, sir. Have a very good weekend. Mirza, glad that I find your channel. Pleasure. You're very helpful. I tried to be. I mean, I can ask you a question about bass and you're sharing your experience. Yeah. Okay. I'll put it out there. Okay. So at the start of this year, a friend of mine died very unexpectedly. 2 years older than me. He's a bass playing legend here in the UK. He died. And it pains me that he died with all of the information he had in his head and he didn't write any of it down. He had a Facebook channel, Facebook page, but he didn't have a YouTube channel. And there is stuff that guy knew about equipment and gear and bass playing and technique and amazing stuff. We have no record of it. So if someone comes on my channel and they're nice and polite and they ask questions and they want to be informed, I'm more than happy to share what's in there with you, because one day I won't be here. And this is the only record of that knowledge. So apart from what I've written in Bass Guitar Magazine and Bass Player. So you ask all the questions you like. And if I know the answer, I'm going to give it to you. And if that means you end up being a professional bass player, then isn't that good? We need more bass players in the world, frankly. Ryan Lane, in our opinion, who do you think makes the best basses out there? It's so subjective. Objective, subjective, objective opinions. Yes, they're all so different. I don't think there is a best bass. There's just different basses. I've got 44 of the buggers. Not one of them does everything. I have my preferences. Statuses are great. My lembics are great, but they're a very different beast. Very big, very heavy, but they sound amazing. My Kabikis are another thing. Spectres, another thing. My GBs are outstanding. Not always the best bass for every gig. I don't think there is one best bass. Never have done. I like them all for being different. It's like you wouldn't want everyone to be like one person, would you? If you look at your group of friends, they're all different. They all have different elements. So it's exactly the same thing. Oh. Yeah. So that's my take on that. Really, I don't think there's one best bass. I like all of them. That's why I've got so many. I like them for what they are. I like the fact they're all different. They all sound different. All play different. All bring something different to the party. It's all good. It's all good. I like it. I like having different basses. It's great. You get called up for different things, different bands, different events, and I can. It's like a little library. I go, that's going to work, and that's going to work, and you get called up for sessions. I might take 4 or 5 different basses along. No problem with that, because you don't know what you're going to need. In your head, you're kind of getting like, that'll work. That'll get me out of that hole. They might want a jazz. They might want a precision. They might want an active bass. Thank you for answering. That's what I'm here for. It's what the channel's here for. It's a base resource. If I can help, great. If I don't know the answer, especially when we do the Tuesday night live chats, open it up to the floor. That's the whole point. Get the knowledge, get the experience out there. You guys don't have, well, we're talking to the world, but a lot of bass players don't have 4,500 gigs of experience, and I have. So if I can impart some pearls of wisdom from having done all that, then I'm more than happy to do so. Because like I say, one day I won't be here to do it. So delve into that gold mine of knowledge. Do the promoters of the gigs usually supply the amps? No, it does when we're abroad. In the UK, sometimes on festivals they might, but it's not always the case. No. And usually a lot of the gear that's supplied I wouldn't want to use anyway. I'd rather use my own stuff. And I use Aguilar stuff, so what's not to like, But no, I tend to use my own stuff. But so many of my gigs now, I don't even use backline. I just plug into my pedal board, Aguilar tone hammer preamp pedal, DI out to the desk, and that's the end of that. And then I have my in-ears feed. Nice and simple. No grief. Gareth, it's hot and miss what you get as backline if it's provided. It's hit and miss is what you meant. It's hit and miss what you get, exactly. I mean, sometimes if the gig is a real arseache of a loading and they say, oh yeah, we've got a rig here, then if I think it's too much of an arseache carting my gear in, I won't bother. I'll just use what they've got, let them do their worst. And if it sounds bad, then that's up to them. I can play. I can usually make something sound half decent. So with a preamp in the bass, maybe with a preamp pedal as well, I've got enough tone sculpt in there. But if the gear's crap, the gear's crap. There's not a lot you can always do. But it is what it is. You go with it. It's part of being a professional bass player. But I have no problems with that. It's very rare that I come across an amp that's provided and I can't get something out of it. Sometimes you might have to change how you play fingerstyle, your attack, your string attack, maybe. Gareth, as long as you have a good preamp, you can make any amp usable. Well, this is it. This is the joy of having the Aguilar tone hammer. It kind of covers a lot of bases. Does for me anyway. Ryan, you've got an Aria Pro 2 SB900, very nice bass. Stacey Ann's got one of them. An Aria Pro 2 SB1000 fretless, lovely. I've got an SB1000 fretted, and an Ibanez BTB 605, very nice bass. You've got a nice collection there, Ryan. Well done, sir. Rock fan, ever had a bad shock? What, electric? Yeah, yeah, I've had tingly microphones. Never had one that's knocked me out or anything. I know people who've been killed by bad electric shocks, but no, I've been pretty. Whatever I'm getting my power from on the wall, if I then have a plug board, I plug the plug board into a power breaker and then that into the wall. So I'm pretty good with that. Don't take chances with electric. It's not worth it. You won't win the argument. So there's no point. No point doing that. A quick zap of 240 volts will soon win that argument. Gareth, as long as you use surge protection, you'll be fine. Exactly. Questions? I'm going to see if I've got a little food treat in my bag. I'm getting a little bit peckish. It's been hours since I got fed. What we got in here? Oh, that would be. Yeah. There we are. Over. I have treats. Tomato ketchup crisps, and I've got a Kit Kat. That's a win in my book. Yeah. There we go. Food of the gods. He says. Been hours since I got fed. It was about 6 o'clock. It's now half midnight, 6.5 hours. Missing bread and butter to make crisp butties. No, I've never been a fan of crisp sandwiches. It's like chip butties. That's never. Just give me the chips. I don't need it in bread. There we go. Stacey's got an SB 900 and a 600. I didn't know you had a 600. Heavy as lead, yeah. They're big old chunks of wood. That's why it sounds so good. They are trees. Funny that. That's what they were built from. I'm stating the obvious, obviously. They sound, it's all gold dust. That's it. They're legendary bases. The old versions, not the newer ones. Rock band. I've seen during a concert a person with a squirt gun squirting water onto the guitar of Ted Nugent. He stopped the concert and was about to jump off the stage and hit him. Security kicked him. Quite right. I'd have done the same. Mirza, when was the last time you've been in the Premier League match? 2005. Are you a Liverpool fan? No. I couldn't be more opposite. But I am a football supporter. I'm going to get a lot of flack, but I don't care. I'm a Man United fan. Have been since I was 4.5 years old. Yeah, I do. I watch the tennis. I watch athletics. And I watch athletics. Occasionally I watch golf if that's on. Don't tend to watch cricket. Have no interest in rugby. I used to like watching squash. They don't really show it on telly anymore. Bit of snooker now and again. can you tell I'm a Man U fan? Come on. There's nothing to give it away, apart from me telling you. I did say, and you did miss it, SB 1000s from the 80s and the SB 982. Very nice. My SB 1084. Oak finish. Legendary bases. Do I like motorsports? Not generally. I used to watch Formula One when I was a kid with my dad, but it bores me to tears these days, so I don't tend to watch it. I don't have, lots of guys have fascinations with motorbikes and cars. I hate driving. I drive because I have to, not because I enjoy it. It's a chore. I have no interest in cars or engines or any of that stuff. I'm a bass player. That's what I like. Gareth Harrison, West Tone Thunder is an 84 made in the same factory. Exactly. The West Tone Thunder that you got out of a skip and put some washers on. And that was it. Stacey, my 600 is Badook Red and the 900 is Walnut. Classic finishes, they are. That's the one. We know it well, Gaz. Mirza, what do you do in the holidays? Holidays? I haven't had a holiday in about 22 years. You mean the summer holidays? I'm playing. I play all the time. Those areas can be shoulder busters. They can, but they sound amazing. Yeah, I don't get holidays, Mirza. I do travel for gigs, or I used to. So I'm not that fussed. I will be traveling more as I get older. Gareth, you've got an 87 Korean Squire Jazz that plays great. There you go. Zappa, do you know the song Hair by Graham, Central Station? I certainly do. I've sat there and played it in front of Larry Graham, sat no more than 3 feet away from me. And then, in fact, we played it together. So, how about that? I interviewed Larry Graham in 2013. We had a right old time for about 3 hours. And he was very kind and very pleasant, and so was his wife. And we had a good old day. We had a good interview. He was very good. Have I ever been in the Indian subcontinent? Yeah, I played in Mumbai in 2018 with NABBA Tribute for 2 gigs. Ryan, you're still looking for an area in the Walnut finish. They do come up. Keep an eye on Bass Brothers in Leamington Spa. Zappa, was he impressed with your rendition? He was. He was. He was, and he was very impressed with my questions for the interview as well. He said, you haven't asked all the same old questions everyone else asked. I said, well, why would I ask them? You've already answered them before. So I've got a load of better questions. So there we go. And that's what we did. And then when we finished, he left his bass with me and he disappeared. And after about 40 minutes, I had to ring his tech, who was at Jazz Cafe. I said, do you want to come and get this bass? I said, he's just left it with me and walked off. He's gone for a sleep. I said, I'm not a babysitter. And tech came round about 3 minutes later and took the bass away. It was cool. Well, very cool. And I saw him at the gig the following night. And he said, we need to hang out. I said, anytime you're in London. And he did one more visit in 2015. He's not been back since, and he's an older gent now. I think he's 80 next year. I don't think he'll be coming back to the UK. But he's very good. It was good. Control Delete. Are you still in doubt over World War III? Don't know what you're talking about. We're a bass channel. You want to talk bass guitars, bass amps, bass effects, great bass players? Then we can talk. We can talk about World War III. You're in the wrong place, my friend. Gaz was lucky enough to see James Brown 2 weeks before he passed away. He definitely slowed down the last 4 or 5 years of his life. He wasn't the performer he used to be. I bet he didn't sing much either, did he, Gaz? I bet he got most of the band to do the work. Was he over here that close to dying? That's mental. Zappa, have I ever met Brooksy Collins? No, I haven't, but I do have a Brooksy Collins space bass made by Warwick. Here we go. I look like the guy of Prodigy. No, I don't. Just making what use of hair. Not much singing, but it was a great show. That's good. It was a show he did in 2003 that was on the BBC in 2004. It didn't seem like he did very much at all on stage. He got all the singers to do all the work. Ryan, just recently purchased. What? Aria. I'll ask the question. What is this? What is this? Who are you? That's genius, that. I might have to make that into a t-shirt for the merch. Who are you? What is this? What do you think it was? It said in the title of the video what it was. In the description box it said what it was. Lunatic. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, please, gang, if you're watching and you haven't already done so. Thumbs up is the best thing you can do for the channel, for me, for the video. Better than anything else, a thumbs up. All important. You recently purchased a Hartke HD410 bass cab. I used to use Hartke gear. I bought my Hartke rig in 1992 when the amps had just come out in the UK. And I got rid of it in about 2003 when I'd moved over to using EBS gear. Served me well, served me very well, but it had just got to a point where it was becoming a little unreliable. Not the cab, the amp. Rock fan, is Gene Simmons ever pleasant? I don't know. I've never been a Kiss fan, so I tend not to follow him. He does like sound bites. He likes making headlines. I've seen him in interviews and he always acts like an arse. Yeah, that's what I've seen too. My editor at the old magazine would have been able to tell you, but I have to say, every time we put Gene Simmons on the cover of Bass Guitar magazine, sales went through the roof. Don't know why. They just did. So that was the reason we used to have him on the cover a lot. Stacey Ann, 26 thumbs ups recorded thus far. I've got 25, it says on my screen. Someone want to give me a thumbs up? Get that up to 26. That'd be fab. Gene Simmons' hair looks like a wall pad. Yeah, I'm sure it's a scourer that you do your crockery in the washing up. Do you For the Love of Money by the OJs? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I play it often at home with a phaser, of course. Oh yeah, classic bass line. Love it. Yes, indeed. Hello from northeastern Poland. Welcome. Good to see you. First time here on Brooksy's Bass Corner, I think. But you're very welcome. Come and enjoy yourself. We're talking bass guitars, bass amps, bass effects, great bass players, albums with great bass playing on. If you want any advice, help with bass playing, buying a bass, maybe starting from scratch, let me know. What's your favourite funk record? Now we're talking. The Payback by James Brown is probably one. Talking Book, Stevie Wonder. I Am, Earth, Wind and Fire. The very first Roachford album. Love Sexy by Prince. I could probably list the entire Sly and the Family Stone back catalogue. There's loads of James Brown. Love Power Peace, the live recording from Paris, 1970. There's a good funk album. The Meters, yeah, love the Meters. Oh yeah. Yeah. George Porter Jr. I think it's Jr. Yeah, all of that. Brian Lane Simmons, in my opinion, is a mediocre. I don't think he's that good, from what I've been told. He's basically taken something, created a brand, and made a very good career of it, and become a very rich man. Fair play to him. But I don't think his bass playing is all that great, to be fair. Do I know Ike White? No. Who is he? Should I know? Does he play with a famous band? Is he famous? Maybe. I don't know. Tell me more. Educate me. Who's Ike White? Speak Forth in Ringtones. Here we go. He was a funk soul singer who recorded a fantastic album while in prison. Ike White. You don't mean Ike Turner? Ike White. I don't know. I'll research after the event. But thank you for the heads up. I'm a big funk fan. Cool, the old ankles are going crack. The BBC made a programme on him. Okay, I'll check him out. I will go and do my research next week. Miser B, hey, music producer here. Welcome. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Welcome to Brooksy's Bass Corner. My gig finished very early tonight. I'm in a hotel in Cambridge. What are you going to do? You're going to come on your YouTube channel and talk to your community. That's exactly what I'm doing. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good Friday. Zapper, he had a song called Love and Affection that's been sampled loads. Nothing to do with the Joan Armatrading song called Love and Affection. Maybe. I don't know. I will check him out. I will do my research. I'm a very good researcher. I used to have to be when I was writing for the magazine. So I do all of that. Ryan, you didn't finish your sentence there. Miser B, I'll check out your YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bless you. Give the video a thumbs up if you be so kind. Thumbs ups are very important. Good currency. I won't ask you to subscribe, but you can do that if you wish. But a thumbs up would be very helpful. Thank you. Do I like Roxy music? No, they kind of, that was before my time. I maybe should research them a bit more because I'm a huge Duran Duran fan. Hey, I used to live 3 doors away from Anthony Price, who designed all their clothes. But no, Roxy music just passed me by. I think you had to be like a teenager of that time to have got them. I never got them. I came after that, really. Not my thing. Do I like any West African funk or Zambian rock? Crikey, I don't know. Educate me. Send me some links. Post some links in the chat, and I'll check them out afterwards. You subscribe. Thank you very much. Bless you. Same Old Scene is a favourite Roxy song of yours. See, Stacey's just a little older than me, so they would have been on her radar where they weren't on mine. But there we go. Mirza, I hope you check out Bass Bubba Sumon. He's a Bangladeshi bass player. People call him Bass Bubba. I mean, father of. I'll check him out. I will check him out. Can't do it while I'm on the live stream on my phone, because if I do, I come out of the live stream, then it's gone. So I don't do that. Stacey, Out of the Blue, another Roxy music song, maybe. What was that saying? The eyes aren't what they used to be. I know that much. Marietta is a really good group from Ghana. Okay, I'll check them out. By all means, throw suggestions at me, and I'll have a look at some point. Funky Fresh Beauty. Hello. Shirt Alf. What's that mean? I don't know. Talk in English, please. No, right, Stacey. That's all right. That's all right. Are you commenting on my Queen t-shirt? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. What we got? Oh, we got this status here. Oh, been carrying a lot of gear today. Zambia also had a psychedelic rock movement in the early 70s, which is probably the best band. Okay, cool. I will check some out. You play a Fender and then you play a Status. It's like going from a Robin Reliant to a Ferrari. It's a very different playing experience. It's like silk. Let's do that instead, shall we? It's a noisy old contraption out there. Keep it down out there. I'm doing a live chat, don't you know? You like the Hot Space shirt? This was from the Queen fan club in 1998, I think. It's worn well. It's actually holding up quite good. It's big and baggy, which was ideal for today because it's been over 30 odd degrees here. Come on. I got it. Ooh. It's good. There's Stacey asking Ryan what his favourite Roxy song is. Feel free to have a little chat. Right, still looking for a 60s Fender Jazz problem price. Yeah, tell me about it. If I look at ones from my birth year, I'm looking at about $4,500. It's like crazy. It's not going to be happening. Term, good to see you. Don't think you've been here on the channel before, but you're very welcome. Do you ever like to sit around with friends and talk about your driver's license? Different. I'll give you that. What is this? What is this? Who are these people? Yeah. Well said, Stacey. That is him. He's obviously just back from the pub. How many did you have? Oh. Just too many. What are you talking about? You gibbering term. Either be pleasant or leave. Make your next comment a good one. You asked how many I had at the pub. Oh, very good. Two. Two of what? What did you have? Two creme de menthes? I don't know. Two pints of creme de menthe, maybe. Stacey and Ryan having a chat about Roxy music. Very good. Because of Joanne I learned about Roxy music, Japan, etc. If anyone's out gigging this wicket, put teeth back in, mate. Anyone out gigging this weekend, let us know where you're playing, who you're playing with, what you're doing. You'll be back later. Your hamster fell off the bed again. That always happens. Isn't that a bugger? What is this? Ryan Lane. Stacey. Same thing. Very good. It's a bit out of tune. It's there. Booty. It's all good. It's been all around the world with me, that bass. It is Brooksy's Bass Corner here. It's coming up to 1 a.m. Got any questions about bass guitars, bass amps, bass effects? Anything you want to talk about bass related? Let's have it. Let's hear from you. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Very important. Thank you very much. 28 thumbs. It says 27 here. It says 27 on my app. What kind of picks do you prefer? We did talk about this the other night. Wasn't that last night? Hold on. Let me go in my bag. I can show you. So this is my standard little pick holder that I use. That's always in my bag. That comes with me on gigs. So these are my, it's got all sorts in here actually. This is a very boring discussion for people that don't really know anything about picks, but anyway, we'll go through it. So we got a bunch of 73s here. So the yellow Dunlop Tortex 73. That's the pick of choice for Mike Dirnt from Green Day and Bobby Vega. So if you like Bobby Vega, that's the pick he uses. They got a bunch of these, which are the Ernie Ball Everlasts. I think these are over a mil. I think they're over a millimeter. They're not very flexible, but I do like them. Very good. So I use a bunch of them. Most often I use these. So these are 1 mil Dunlop Tortex, and I think this is 1.14 purple ones. Now, loads of people, and I never knew this either. I used to use it with that. And then you see Bobby Vega use it. And he does that. Yeah. So you've got a little bit as opposed to that. That's the way to do it. Works for me. Wish I'd bloody known that first. So use a lot of them. I use these, which are big stubbies, and these are, I think they're 3 mil. They are 3 mil. Big, hefty chunks of plastic. With that, you kind of have to play it like that because there are these grooves on either side. So you hold it there. So that works. And then there's a load of picks in here I've found at gigs and what have you. Whole loads of different things. Little versions of the purple Tortex. Oh, there's a solid Tortex. This is 2 mil. Hefty. Doesn't bend. Really. There's a couple of green ones in it. Oh, they're not even the Tortex. 88 mil. That one. But generally I use sort of a mix of purple, blue, the yellow Ernie balls, and the big stubbies. That's generally the ones I use. Ryan, you do have a gig this weekend. A 10 to 1. You okay? What does your pedal ball consist of? Depends on the gig. Depends on the band. I have 2 pedal balls. I have a larger pedal train assembled contraption, which has got lots of pedals on. But for this weekend, I've got the smaller one, which has got it's got a Boss TU2 tuner, Digitech drop pedal for down tuning and the octave effect, EBS Octabass, an Aguilar filter twin, envelope filter, a Boss AW3 dynamic wah, and then all of that goes into an Aguilar tone hammer preamp pedal that goes straight out to the front of house. Nice and simple, very effective, works a treat. Your right hand is limited. I would use a pick, but it binds up my right hand. Okay. Instead, I pluck with 3 fingers. It's okay. Whatever works for you. There's no right and wrongs with bass playing. just different ways of getting the sounds out of it. It substitutes as the pig sound. There you go. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's all good. What works for you? Other people can look at the way you play a bass or whatever. It's nothing to do with them. It's how you get the sound out of it. The actual bass is just the means by which the sounds come out. So, do what works for you. I do. I don't need someone to sit there and pick my playing apart. They can do it all they like, but I'm the one with the gigs. So, and I'm my worst critic. So if I make a fluff or a complete pig's ear of a gig, no one needs to tell me. I know. It doesn't repeat. It doesn't repeat. It's all good. Any other questions? Anything bass related? Let me know. Ryan, if it works for you, just do it. It's all good. There's a lot of chat outside. Just gonna pull my curtains a bit. Just sit there. There we go. Better. Anyone going to see any gigs in the next couple of weeks? Any artists coming your way? I don't think I've got tickets for anything actually. No, Level 42 will be my next thing, and Young Gun Silver Fox at Coco in Camden in October, which is also where Marcus Miller is playing tomorrow in London. Coco in Camden. I was hoping to go. Can't guarantee I can get there after my festival show. Rock fan, you're 58. Your brain has no more questions for tonight, but I like your live streams. We'll tune into them as much as possible. Bless your heart. Thank you very much. Am I recording this on a potato? No, I'm recording it on a scrubbing brush. A pink one as well. And yeah. No, I'm not recording it on a potato. Don't be obtuse. I'm on mobile internet. The reception is what it is. I can't change it. A potato would be far better. Stacy, rock fan. Cheers to holding down the late 50s, right there with you. Of course, got you. Duran Duran will be in California soon. Hope to afford the tickets. Yeah, they're doing a load of shows. They do a load of Halloween shows, but the ticket prices are through the roof. I saw them in 2023, and I realised at the time they were really great, and I thought to myself, this might be the last time you see them. But we'll see. We'll see. I remember having a good long chat with Don Brown on WhatsApp before that show. Dom and I played years ago, 20 years ago. He decked in my Green Day tribute band when the second guitarist wasn't available. Very nice bloke. did his homework, knew the stuff. It was all good. What is this? Potato, mashed potato. Well, here's the thing, Stacey, you'll love this. So at the place we played tonight, we got pizzas, and I realised when we got served them, I probably made the wrong choice. There was a place there selling a bucket of roast potatoes and then a filling on top. That's what I should have had. That would have been the real deal. Hellboy T. Oi, bruv. What? What do you want? What is this? Rock fan, I do have a last question. That's all right. Do you allow people to share your videos that you have on your channel? Absolutely. Please do that. It helps the channel, helps the videos immensely. Do that. Please share that on your social media, email, websites, whatever you wish. Or do they need to get your permission first? No, they don't. You can share them away. Do your worst. The more you share, the better it is. Brown Street, your camera quality is crap. Yeah, I'm on mobile internet. I'm in Cambridge. It is what it is. I'm not changing it, so you can stand there. Hellboy, am I taking the piss? Regarding what? Regarding what exactly? Do I know Vic Flick? No. Are you getting rude to man? What are you talking about? I don't know. Okay, you can go. Right. Stop. Potatoes of the night. Well, quite exactly. Was there any better potatoes than potatoes of the night? I would argue no, frankly. Right, okay. He's gone. I don't know what this is about. Hellboy, what are you talking about? Your sentences aren't sort of adding up. Sorry. I know it's getting late. It's 1:10 here in the UK, and we're getting all the spill out from the pubs and people who have had a few too many libations. But if you come on the channel, you're going to be rude, obnoxious, and a pain in the arse. You're off. Right, that's good. I don't know what you're talking about. You're off. Bye. Yeah, thanks. Bye. G-Rock Blues. Have you heard of Steve Marriott? Of course. Small Faces. Of course. I played on a Faces and a Rod Stewart tribute album. And we did a couple of Steve Marriott songs. Yes, I know exactly who Steve Marriott is. Legend. Very much so. Wrote some cracking tunes. People have got to learn. You come onto my channel, you're going to be rude, mouthy, obnoxious. You're gone. You get one message. You have a couple and you're still rude, you're gone. G-Rock Blues, that is also one of my faves of all time. Yeah, he was, mate, that whole band was something. Seriously, they were a great band. The original Small Faces. Good Lord. All the tunes, all the hits. Why would someone ever be rude to a gentleman such? Well, they come on here because they can. They're keyboard warriors. I don't know who they are. They don't know who I am. They just get mouthy. It's all right. As I say, you come on here, you're rude. I just bomb you out. And you can stand there tapping away frantically, being rude. And no one will see your message. You're banned from the channel. It's fine. The world has got billions of people in it. I don't need to worry about idiots coming on it. Doesn't worry me whatsoever. I just came on here after my gig. I'm in a hotel, chewing the fat with my community who follow the channel, talking bass. That's it. Nothing more than that. Tell us about dudes from the British invasion. Crikey. There was a lot. There were several British invasions, of course. Mercer 090, you need to talk in English. I don't know what you're saying. You got to talk in English, I'm afraid. I don't know what you're saying. Put it into Google Translate. Translate it in English and copy and paste it. That's the best thing. Yeah, there were multiple British invasions. Yes, there were. Changed music forever. Yeah. Memo Luengas. Arriba el. I don't know what that is, mate. You got to talk in English. Again, put it into Google Translate, change it into English, copy and paste it into here, and then I'll understand what you mean. Tell us a story about a famous musician. We'll have to be careful because I get myself in trouble here. Let me think. I'm just thinking back through the interviews and stuff, see if I can think of something that I won't get taken to court over. um, leave it with me. I've got a few going on in my brain. Uh, yeah, leave those with me. I'll come back to that. If I don't remember, remind me on Tuesday's live chat. Ryan Lane, thank you for staying up for this chat. That's all right. You rock. It's 5:15 in California. It's 1:15 in the morning here. I'm trying to think of stories I can tell you. I can tell you about when Mark King was really rude to me. And he has no recollection of it, but I wouldn't expect him to because he meets hundreds of people all the time. I think actually, what happened at? I think something happened at the London-based guitar show. There's so much, so many things, so many stories, mate. Yeah, at 1:15 when I've had a couple of pints, it's like probably not the best time to remember all these things. The Billy Sheehan story about him tying one. Oh, well, yes, well, yeah, I can do that because that's not going to get me into trouble. So Billy Sheehan was at the London-based guitar show in 2015, and after the show, we go across the road. Or we did. We used to go across the road to the pub across the road, and the publishers would have the top floor bar, and the rest of the bar downstairs was to anyone and everyone. And it was full of people that had been at the show. Usually those of us that had been working there, gasping for a pint, gasping for some food, and like that. So 2015, we're all in there having a pint. And then I decided I was going to go to the Thai restaurant a couple of doors down. And I went there with Dave Avenius from Aguilar and Doug Wimbish. I think Doug Wimbish came with us, and we went and had a very nice Thai meal, and that's very good. As I'm coming out, Mark King's coming in. I said, hello, mate. Are you all right? Yeah. A good day? Yeah, lovely. Beauty. Catch you in a minute. Yeah, lovely. Went and had our meal. Came back. And so about 2 hours had passed. And I come upstairs to the publisher's thing. And Dave Swift, who plays in Jules Holland's band, was sat at the bar with Billy Sheehan. My editor was next to Dave, and I said, what's going on here? He said, oh, Dave's tuning his ear off, and he said, I think he's got Billy Sheehan pissed. I said, how many pints are there? He said, well, Dave's on about his 8th. I said, you've got to be kidding. He's only been here 2 hours. I said, it's like 9 o'clock. We're going to be here till midnight. He said, he's really put him away. I said, is Sheehan matching him? He said, yeah. I said, what are they drinking? Oh, Trooper, which is Iron Maiden's beer. I said, that's like 5.5%. And I'm looking at Billy Sheehan, he's gone like a shade of white. And Dave's talking away. And I'm like, is he listening? Is he actually listening to what he said? I don't know. I don't know. I said, I think you need to get him back to his hotel because he was staying at the, what was it? Hilton, across the road. So get him back to his hotel. I said, because we need him in the morning. I said, and I'm looking at him and he is in no state at the moment. Get some water, get him a bottle of water, take him home, take him back to the hotel. He said, yeah, you're probably right. I said, I know I'm right. He's performing at 11 o'clock. And at the moment, he couldn't string a couple of words together. So get him back. So my editor said, Billy, it's time we got you back to your hotel. Said, oh, yeah. And to get down to the lower floor, you had to go down the stairs, but the stairs was a spiral staircase. So Billy Sheehan gets to the top of the stairs and he's literally like a spinning top going round and round and round on this spiral staircase. So he's doing circles as he's going down and around. Craziest thing. And he looked like Casper the Ghost. So my editor took him back and then the editor came back. I said, did he get to his room? He said, well, yeah. I said, do you think he's going to be sick? He said, I don't know, but he's a man in his 60s. He can look after himself. I went, yeah, okay. So that was that. Next morning, I was there at about 9:30, 9:45. Doors opened at 10, I think. And I just get in. I got the coffee on, got the fruit juice for all the celeb bass players and stuff. And I can't remember what I was eating. I think I had some sandwiches or something. Billy Sheehan comes in. He's whiter than this material. He is absolutely white and he's got sunglasses on and his face is like stone. I said, are you okay? He said, I just need coffee and a cheese and ham sandwich. I said, well, I can sort that. I said, you just plonk yourself down there. Do you need anything? Do you need any like Alka-Seltzer, paracetamol, anything? He said, no, just coffee and the sandwich. I said, right, leave that to me. You just sit there. If you need to sleep, I can get you a room. It's fine. So just you tell me what you need and I'll sort it. He said, okay. So I got him the coffee, got him the sandwich. And by about 11:30, he perked up. But he honestly looked like death warmed up when he walked into that room. And I always wind him up about it now. So when we're talking, I'll say, I don't want to talk about that. And that's fine. I get it. But anyway, you had to be there. There we go. What is your favorite Duran Duran album? Ooh, Notorious. Always has been. G-Rock Blues, you want your MTV, you can have it. There's nothing on it these days, so you can have it all you want. Stacey, they were ready for the morticians after all that alcohol. I was always of the opinion he could take his beer, but I think what saturated him was the fact he'd done 8 pints in 2 hours. If he'd done 8 pints in like 3.5, 4 hours, he might have been all right. But no, Dave Swift is a big guy, hefty, and it kind of runs differently in him. Ryan Lane, G-Rock, I want my MTV to be what it used to be in the early 80s. I get you. You bet you related to Ronnie Lane. Surely not. Stacey, when MTV was quality, MTV can now be called BSTV. Yeah, I didn't know MTV still existed. Me neither. Is VH1 still going, or is that gone? I don't know. I'm out of the loop with all that, to be fair. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, please, Gav. Very important, very helpful. And the answer, in case you're wondering, yes, Billy Sheehan did manage his masterclass that day. And he was on fine form, actually. I reckon it was the coffee and the sandwich, obviously. You thumbed up, number 30. Good for you, sir. Well done. Super stuff. I'm trying to think what others I've got stories, but they're not flooding back to me at the moment. They do on occasion. Time to check the family tree, quite right. G Rock Blues, you've subbed to the channel. Bless your heart. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. VH1 does still exist. Okay. It's owned by MTV, which is owned by Paramount. Okay. Okay. We used to have all that. And then we stopped having Sky and we lost it all again. VH1 was great in the day. Good documentaries they used to do on there. Well, they ain't what they used to be. No, lots of things in life are like that now, sadly. Anyone remember Friday night videos? No, I don't. We didn't get that. Not over here. Not as far as I'm aware. Got any bass questions? Bass amp, bass guitar, bass effects, bass accessories, great bass players. Albums with great bass playing on. Fire away. Let me know. All or Nothing. Now there's a track. There's a Small Faces track for you. MTV Unplugged series was very good. Yeah, it was of its time. It was of its time. But there were some good ones. Certainly were. It created a whole niche in the market for instruments. Acoustic basses flew off the shelves. In your interview with John Taylor, yeah, was he a nice gent? He was. The only thing with JT is when he's doing interviews, generally they're phone interviews, unless you're doing a one-to-one. And he does loads of them back to back. And he kind of has the answers pre-prepared. So even if you ask him a question about something else that goes off at a tangent, he brings it back onto the subject he wants to talk about. But it's cool. That's what the interview was. I was just grateful to be talking to my hero. And he was very nice, very, very pleasant. And we rabbited for a good 30 minutes and it went by way too quick. And I could have asked him another 5 hours of questions, to be fair. But he was good. He was fine. I meant to ask you about Michael Kelly basses. Name rings a bell. Name rings a bell. Remind me on the Tuesday night live chat, Hoyt, and I'll check it. I'll check it out. Michael Kelly, yeah, it does ring a bell. Ogden's Nut Gone Flake. Exactly. Stanley Unwin. We were talking about Stanley Unwin earlier. Stanley Unwin's fabulous. Anyone that doesn't know who Stanley Unwin is, look it up on YouTube. Amazing. What a name for an album. Ogden's Nut Gone Flake. I remember hearing that in the van when I was in the glam rock tribute band in 1995. Singer was a big Rod Stewart Faces, Small Faces fan, and he had that and he put it on, and I was like, what is this? What is this? Just a bizarre album, but a classic. What is this? I ask myself daily, what is this? I think someone's getting frisky in one of the rooms. It's Travelodge. What do you expect? Well, they're having a nice time anyway. It could be next door, it could be upstairs, it could be further down the road. Who knows? I don't know. Not the first time I've encountered this, I have to say. I remember, oh God, about 2013, my old covers band, we did a gig at Bolton Reebok Stadium, and we were staying in Travelodge on the way back to doing a gig, I think in Nottingham the day after. We had a family room. three of us in a room, and the people upstairs, oh my God, they were at it for hours. But when needs must, you know. And God, I mean, that guy must have been on Viagra all night because they were just at it for hours. Craziness. There we go. Oh, I think they fit. No, they might have finished. That didn't last long. Clearly. Right, we are coming up 1:30. I think we've done nearly 3 hours. Tell you what, we'll get to the 3 hours point and we'll call it a night. Time for me to grab some shut eye before tomorrow's festival gig with Uncle Funk. Should be a blast. Looking forward to it. How are we doing? Yeah, about 7 minutes. We'll get up to 3 hours and then we'll call it a night. You've been accused of taking performance enhancing pharmaceuticals. Quite. What time's the festival slot? 10 to 5. Sound check's 4:30. I think I'm going to be getting there probably about 2:30. But I'm not sure who's on tomorrow. I was having a look at it during the week. I think Kenny Thomas might be on. And I've got stories. Now there's a man I've got stories about. So Kenny Thomas was like a soul singer, new wave soul singer in the 90s. And really nice guy. And when my old covers band went to Bahrain when we first started, and we did 10 weeks in this bar in Bahrain, and we were the house band. And they, like every week, they'd have a star or a tribute come out. So we had Edwin Starr came out, we had George McRae, we had a Tom Jones tribute, Kenny Thomas come out one week, and he did his slot, and he was really good. He was really good, great voice, and he had the sort of audience in the palm of his hand. But I mean, he wasn't an A-list singer, but he was good. He was good enough. And he came to the bar, and obviously we weren't playing that night because he was the starter. So we were all at the bar, and he realised we were the band, and he hung with us. Oh my God, we got him absolutely off his nut. He was in a right old state. I think we were in the bar till like 4:30 in the morning, and he was utterly leathered. And I could be wrong. I think he was so drunk he missed his flight back the following day. Now, I bumped into him 2 years ago when Uncle Funk were at Saltasia in Malden in Essex. And I went up to him. He said, I know you. I said, well, I've changed a bit since you last saw me. He said, I don't know where I know you from, but I know you. I said, do you remember going to Bahrain? He said, that was a long time. I said, BJ's bar? He said, yeah. He said, who were you? I said, I was the bass player in the house band. He went, Mike. And how he remembered my name, I got no idea. I said, yeah. I said, do you remember that? He said, God, I was rotten for about a week. I said, well, if you drink beer out the tap in Bahrain, you will be rotten for a week. Why do you think we were all drinking bottles? So he learned his lesson there. Bless him. But he'll be there tomorrow, so we'll have a bit of a catch up. Where was I born? Wimbledon in London, where the tennis plays. That's where I was born. Maybe it's just a couple 10-year-olds jumping on the bed. Nah, it weren't. It weren't. It most definitely wasn't that night. Watching the sun come up. Yeah, we were. Yeah. We'd been there a while, so we were kind of, you paced yourself through the night on bottled beer. And then there was a cafe that was open like 5, 6, 7 a.m. You could go and have your breakfast and come back and then go to bed. And that pretty much usually worked for us. Here we go. So I'll see Kenny Thomas tomorrow. He'll be in the dressing room next to us, I think. So we'll have another catch up. Remind him. I was a younger man then, and I was 26. It was all good. Different time, different venues. BJ's doesn't exist anymore. It's something else. It's become part of the hotel. So basically, the bar was built, this bar club, but the hotel that it was going to be bolted onto hadn't been built. But I've been informed by people I know who've been back to Bahrain in the last 10, 15 years that the hotel is now built, and BJ's is part of that bar, of that hotel. Sorry. Mirza, I just checked out your shorts video. Hassan Iqbal, what is this? There you go. That was Tuesday. He just came on, put that message in and disappeared. What is this? Who are these people? I don't know. But it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, I see it's coming up about 3 hours. So thank you very much for tuning in. It's been a blast. Been a good hang. Enjoyed it. Enjoy all the questions. Not too many idiots, which is good, always a bonus. And we're going to be, so obviously, I'm filming a gig vlog this weekend covering the 3 gigs I'm doing. So that'll be up on the channel in a couple of weeks. You'll see all the gig footage and stuff. And yeah, it should be good. Tomorrow's going to be a blast, and I'm hoping to get some good footage. I've got a good tripod with me, which sounds very dull, you know, it's a bit like talking about books, but I've got a good tripod, so I'm going to try and get some good footage over the next couple of days on the festival show. It should be a blast. Tomorrow's good. Tomorrow's a good gig. Really enjoyed it last year. I remember us all coming off stage going, we've got to play here again. And before we'd even got changed, the boss of the festival came up and said, do you guys want to play next year? And we were like, yeah, definitely. So should be very good indeed. Happy Friday. Zoomer's Music. You're making a habit of coming on to live chats just as I'm winding up. Got to get in earlier. Stacey, no Cop Womble alert. No, you don't get that. That's only when we're in StreamYard. The Cop Womble alerts in the StreamYard app when we do that. This has been fun. Pleasure. You're welcome anytime. We have a regular live chat on Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock UK time. Come on in. It's a good hang. We get people like Lee Sklar come on, talk, chat. You can ask questions. It's all good. But come on Tuesday nights. We have a really nice community of people. It's good fun. Zoomer's Music. You have one of those pesky 9 to 6 Monday Friday jobs. I get you. No worries. All good. All good. You join when you can. I appreciate it. Thank you. Right. We've just hit 3 hours. On that note, I'm going to bed. I will see you tomorrow. There'll be a live chat. There might be an impromptu live chat at the festival, but I've got to be careful because there'll be music playing in the background. So I've got to take it easy on that. But I'll do what I can, and we'll see you there. I'll try and give you a bit of a guided tour of the festival, see what it's like. But otherwise, thank you very much for joining in. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for all the questions, getting involved, all the thumbs ups. Super duper. On that note, have a great evening. Enjoy your weekend. If you're out gigging, have a great gig. Get home safe, and I'll catch you tomorrow or Sunday. Take it easy. See you soon.